You see my grandson Pema sitting beside me today. He is growing up, and soon he will need to choose a path. Not the path of the monastery, the path of the world that is changing faster than any world I have ever known. So I did something I have never done before. I sat down and I studied. Not ancient texts this time. I studied the research of McKinsey, MIT, Stanford, the World Economic Forum. I listened to the people who build these new technologies, the ones they call artificial intelligence. And today, I want to share with you everything I found. Not for Pema alone, for every parent, every young person, everyone who looks at what is happening and feels uncertain about what comes next. I want to tell you, do not be afraid, but you must be prepared. Part 1. What is actually happening? Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. Some say it will take all our jobs. Others say it will create more than it destroys. I looked at the numbers. The World Economic Forum surveyed the world's largest employers, 14 million employees across 55 countries and 22 industries. Here is what they found. By the year 2030, 170 million new jobs will be created. Yes, 92 million jobs will disappear, but far more will appear in their place. A net gain of 78 million positions. As in every revolution, something ends, but something new grows in its place. Our task is not to mourn what is ending. Our task is to move toward what is beginning. MIT adds something important. Only 5% of jobs can be fully automated in the next 10 years. The remaining 95% still require a human being with strategy, critical thinking, and the ability to connect with other people. And here is something that surprised me most. PricewaterhouseCoopers analyzed 1 billion job listings worldwide. They found that in industries most affected by AI, salaries are growing twice as fast as in industries where AI is barely present. And people with AI skills earn 56% more than those without them. 1 year ago, that difference was only 25%. The demand is accelerating, and it will not slow down. AI is not replacing us. It is changing how we work. And those who learn to work with it will be the ones who thrive. Part 2. Professions AI cannot replace. According to the Future of Jobs report, the professions least vulnerable to automation are those where human presence, physical touch, and genuine care for people are essential. Let me tell you about 4 categories. The first, the caregivers. Nurses, social workers, teachers, therapists. These are the people who sit beside someone in the hardest moments of their life. A machine can process data. It cannot hold a hand. It cannot truly listen. It cannot feel what another person feels and respond from that feeling. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that nursing alone will grow by 6% by 2033, adding over 200,000 new positions. These are not disappearing professions. These are the most human professions, and they will always need humans. The second, the creators. Graphic designers who work with AI earning $90,000 to $150,000 a year. Video editors who use AI tools, $80,000 to $140,000. Writers, content creators, musicians. AI can generate, but it cannot originate. It cannot create something that has never existed from a feeling that has never been named. That is still ours. The third, the AI specialists. These are the new professions, the ones that did not exist when I was young. AI prompt engineers, those who know how to speak to these systems, earn between $80,000 and $150,000 a year. Machine learning engineers, $150,000 to $250,000. AI ethics specialists, $120,000 to $180,000. UX designers who work with AI, $140,000 to $190,000. Data trainers, those who teach AI using human knowledge, $110,000 to $160,000. AI implementation specialists, $160,000 to $240,000 a year. Each of these professions requires both technological understanding and human judgment, common sense, strategic thinking, things a machine does not yet have. The fourth, the tradespeople. This one surprised me most. Professor Hinton, one of the world's leading AI researchers, said in an interview, "You should become a plumber." And he was not joking. Electricians, $78,000 a year. Plumbers, $72,000. HVAC technicians, $70,000. Roofers, massage therapists, construction workers. Microsoft published research on professions most difficult to automate. On that list, massage therapists, heavy equipment operators, skilled tradespeople of all kinds. Why? Because a robot can perform the same action in the same place 10,000 times. But to walk into a unique home, assess a unique problem, and solve it with your hands, that still requires a human being. Industrial robots work in Amazon warehouses, but the robot that can walk into your specific room and clean it your specific way, that robot does not yet exist. The hands of a skilled tradesperson are among the safest hands in this new world. Part 3. What cannot be automated? MIT conducted a study called The Epic of AI, examining which human qualities will remain irreplaceable. They formed an acronym, E.P.O.C.H. E. Empathy and emotional intelligence. The ability to build relationships, to understand what another person feels, to respond not with data, but with humanity. Doctors, teachers, social workers, therapists. No algorithm has learned to do this, and I do not believe one ever truly will. P. Presence and human connection. Physical interaction. Spontaneous collaboration. The kind of understanding that happens when two people are in the same room, and something passes between them that cannot be transmitted through a screen. Nurses, journalists, community leaders. O. Opinion, judgment, and ethics. Making decisions in conditions of uncertainty. Knowing not just what is possible, but what is right. This is perhaps the most human skill of all, and the one AI is furthest from possessing. C. Creativity and imagination. Generating ideas that have never existed before. Not combining existing patterns, but creating something genuinely new. Designers, writers, artists. Those who see what is not yet there and bring it into being. H. Hope, vision, and leadership. The ability to inspire, to think strategically, to carry others forward when the path ahead is unclear. Entrepreneurs, managers, leaders of every kind. These 5 qualities, empathy, presence, judgment, creativity, and vision, are what make us irreplaceable. Cultivate them in yourself, in your children. Part 4. What to do right now. When I studied all of this for PEMA, I asked myself, what should a young person do today to be ready for what is coming? Here is what I found. First, develop the skills that cannot be automated. Emotional intelligence, the ability to listen deeply. Creative thinking, the capacity to make ethical decisions. Leadership. These are not soft skills. In the world that is coming, these are the hardest skills of all to acquire, and the most valuable. Second, learn to work with AI, not to fear it, not to avoid it, but to understand it, to use it as a tool, the way a craftsman uses his best instrument. Look at what is happening in your industry. Find the tools that are changing it, and learn them before you are required to. The difference between those who earn 56% more and those who do not is not talent. It is the decision to learn. Third, take care of the body. I know this may seem unrelated, but it is not. The sharpest mind in the world cannot perform at its best in a body that is neglected. Physical health is not separate from professional success. It is the foundation of it. Move every day. Sleep well. Eat what gives you strength.
Part 4. What to do right now. When I studied all of this for PEMA, I asked myself, what should a young person do today to be ready for what is coming? Here is what I found. First, develop the skills that cannot be automated. Emotional intelligence, the ability to listen deeply. Creative thinking, the capacity to make ethical decisions. Leadership. These are not soft skills. In the world that is coming, these are the hardest skills of all to acquire, and the most valuable. Second, learn to work with AI, not to fear it, not to avoid it, but to understand it, to use it as a tool, the way a craftsman uses his best instrument. Look at what is happening in your industry. Find the tools that are changing it and learn them before you are required to. The difference between those who earn 56% more and those who do not is not talent. It is the decision to learn. Third, take care of the body. I know this may seem unrelated, but it is not. The sharpest mind in the world cannot perform at its best in a body that is neglected. Physical health is not separate from professional success. It is the foundation of it. Move every day. Sleep well. Eat what gives you strength. Fourth, think in decades, not months. When Pema asks me what he should do, I do not tell him what is popular today. I ask him, where do you want to be in 10 years? Because the professions that will matter most in 10 years are being created right now. And the people who are studying them right now, while everyone else is watching, will be the ones standing at the front when the moment arrives. Part 5. The world is hybrid. The most important insight from everything I studied. We do not live in a world where AI has replaced everything. We live in a hybrid world. AI plus human. Technology plus wisdom. Speed plus judgment. Most professions are not disappearing. They are transforming. And the people who will do best are those who can hold both. The power of the new tools and the irreplaceable depth of human experience. This is not so different from what monks have always known. The ancient and the new are not enemies. They are partners, when held by someone wise enough to know how to use both. Closing. I studied all of this for my grandson, but as I read, I realized I was not reading about the future. I was reading about what has always been true. The people who survive every revolution are not the ones who feared change. They are the ones who understood it and moved toward it before anyone told them they had to. Pema is young. He has time. But you, whatever your age, also have time. The question is only what you will do with it. If these words found something in you, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who is wondering what to do next. We have so much more to share with you, and some of it we have kept close to our hearts for a very long time.